Oh, hey guys. It's been so long since I posted a video, so what's up? Andrew and I just had our 15-week update this past Sunday. Everything's been going absolutely incredible, and I can't believe this has already been 15 weeks of the reverse dieting and everything. I have never seen my body look the way it does. It's incredible to see just the science of it all work. You know, you lose weight when you get more food. I've never gone through something like that before, and I'm very, very excited to see my body changing as much as it is. I'm a little hypocritical though when I say that, because there are, I'm human. There are days where I will look at myself in the mirror or look at a photo and say, oh man, I'm not changing at all, but I'm making crazy changes. And our coach, RJ Perkins, ATN_coaching on Facebook and Instagram, is one of the absolute best. He's always available if I have a question, if I have a concern, a weekly email. He will answer anything and respond to anything crazy that we send him. So if you guys want his information, please let us know. We will be more than happy to give it to you if you want a great coach. So our first show is going to be end of April. I've never competed before. This is Andrew's second show, so I'm very excited, and I'm really lucky to say that I'm going to do my first show with Andrew. He's not just my boyfriend, but he's my best friend, my training partner, and my biggest supporter, and I'm his #1 fan. So I can't wait to see him shine again. It's Andrew's second show because a lot of you guys don't know the backstory from Andrew's first show. Andrew and I met, he was right at the beginning of his very first prep, his very first show, and his show was in Milwaukee. We weren't officially dating yet. Actually, you guys probably do know the story from our first From Athlete Search videos. Anyway, I'm going to tell it again because I love it. I gifted the miles to Milwaukee from Raleigh, North Carolina to Andrew so he can go to a show. He was really down that he couldn't go, and I had all these extra miles, and I never get out of the house. So I wanted to make sure that he had them. And he left on a Wednesday, and that Wednesday I actually decided to go up there and surprise him. So I texted his sister and his mom and messaged them on Facebook. And I was like, hey, I'm going to fly in. Don't tell Andrew. So I just tried to save as much time and money as I could. And I really wanted a car. So instead of flying into Milwaukee, I ended up flying into Chicago. The night before, I was at work. I didn't get off work till 1 in the morning. Probably got home at like 2:30. Packed a little carry-on. Woke my mom up at like 4:30 to drive me to the airport. No sleep, mind you, so we're going straight. Flew into Chicago, rented my car, drove an hour to Milwaukee. And by the way, like, the traffic and driving there is insane. There are no speed limits. And I didn't know that. So I had the best time ever just driving from Chicago to Milwaukee. Anyway, so I'm waiting outside of the location where Andrew's show is, and I see him and his mom pull up, and prejudging is over, and he was texting me and on the phone with me, and I was less than a mile away from him, and he had no idea. But the look on his face was just absolutely priceless. It was so worth the 14 hours of sleep, the time, the money. I would do it all again if I could, but it's really hard to surprise that guy. Seeing his first show, I looked at that stage and looked at those women. I was like, damn, they look good. I was like, I want to look like that. Guys, I've never competed before. And like I said, I just started seriously lifting this past July. I've been reverse dieting for 15 weeks. A lot of you just saw my photo on Instagram. If that doesn't tell you that hard work will give you results, I'm really not sure what will. If I could do it, anyone can do it. Seriously, just try it. Back to Andrew's show. When I saw him on stage and just saw really the camaraderie between all the competitors, even as an onlooker, you really start to fall in love with the sport because that's what it is. It's a sport. You can be competitive and you're always in a prep. Not always, hopefully, because you got to be healthy. But it was seeing him on stage for those 10, 15 seconds and how committed and dedicated he was for so many weeks prior, just for that little short moment. I was like, I got to try it. I know I can do it. And trust me, I've had my doubts. I have wanted to give up. I'm really lucky because I do have Andrew to pull me back up. But, you know, there are days where we can't train together. And there's always that little something within yourself that you have to, you know, be willing to wake up to pull yourself out of this slump. That show and seeing him, seeing someone that I cared about so much do something that he loved, that's what really made me want to compete. So to all of you, so now that you know our story, to everyone who's competing for the first time, my number one rule is find a good coach. If you want RJ's information, please ask us. And then my 1.5 rule, because it's just as equally important, is surround yourself with people who have either competed before or in a prep or in the industry, and ask them questions. Do never ever be afraid to ask a question, please. There are people in the industry that want to help others. Not everyone is a selfish, cocky jerk off, you know. Sure, it's a selfish sport, but that doesn't mean we all care about one another and we look out for one another, especially when it comes to their health and their well-being. So ask one of us. You know, if you guys have any questions, I'm probably not the best person to ask, but, you know, if you have any questions about how we train or what we do, just ask us. I mean, I know I'm more than happy to answer your questions and to give you the absolute best advice that I can. It's just really important to follow those 1.5 rules. And it's fun. You know, I've never felt so much better about myself. And yes, I have my days where I'm so down on myself. But let me tell you, those good days, I feel on top of the world. So just give it a try. And set your goal to compete. Don't set this top 5, top 10, especially if it's your first time competing. My goal for my first show is to step on stage. It's really important because if you guys just keep judging yourselves by a trophy or your placement, you're not going to grow. This sport is about growing physically, yes, but we have to remember the mental and emotional part of growing that goes along with it. So, you guys just stay tuned. Ask us questions if you have them. 15 weeks into reverse dieting. 18 weeks out. It's going awesome. So, I'm really excited. And I know I speak for Andrew too, where we cannot wait to show you guys what we have in store. And, you know, we have so much love for you guys for supporting us. So, let us support you. Got a question? Holler. Let us know. Until then, I'll probably see you guys in like a week, 2 weeks. Andrew has no idea I'm using his computer to record this. So I'm going to try and upload it real fast. So I will see you all later.